going on? It is a beautiful day, motherfuckers. It is 7:07, and let me check the date. It's the 20th. It's the 20th of June, Saturday morning. Just turned 7 in the morning. Like I said it just now. Don't know why I'm repeating myself, but it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day for a RambleCast. Let's get straight into it now. I've been just going along Twitter, just scrolling through it. You know, you get the odd idiot. You get the odd, person who's slightly intelligent. And I press a search thing. And who do I see trending but Joe Rogan? Now, people who are very backward thinking, who don't support progression, have been trying to cancel Joe Rogan for years because he will not just sit on one side of the fence. He will evaluate a situation with with much thought and much with a lot of thought and a lot of he thinks about it. That's the moral what I'm trying to get at. He thinks about it. He thinks about it for a while, and he's not one of these people who sits on an issue, who sits on a question and thinks, okay, what does everyone think I should like? He does what he thinks is right, and he has sat on one end of the spectrum to the other end of the spectrum, okay? And you see, the problem is if you're on the left, he will agree with you on a lot of things, but there's a lot of things he won't agree with you on. And unfortunately, the people who Joe don't agree with personally try to attack him because they realise he's a voice for people who don't think like them, and they are Nazis, and they feel like everybody should think like them. If you support this person, you're a bad person. If you support this ideology, you're a bad person. If you're a person that's just doesn't think like me, no, you're a bad person, because I'm righteous. I think everything I say is correct, and everything you say that contradicts what I say is wrong. And it doesn't matter what type of fair and critical argument that you come across, and how much it overpowers my argument. Whether I'm right or wrong, I'm right. And these people try to cancel a man that for years has been the most progressive person in the world that I've seen on a celebrity level, just because he takes it to his platform. And that sounded really ridiculous. He's the most progressive in the world, but what I mean by that is he's the most progressive I've seen on a platform that I can think of as an example. Because true progression, see, the difference is what these people think. They think progression is you think this way or nothing. You have to think this way. That's not progression. True progression is when you have an idea of what you believe on a subject, and if someone gives you an argument that you feel like is better than your own, then you can listen to that argument, reflect on it, and there will be a chance you will be changed by that argument depending on if it's better than your own. That's progression. Now, there's nothing wrong in sticking with your morals, sticking with what you believe, but that's the problem with people, is they don't just stick to their morals and they don't just stick to what they believe. They crucify people who don't think like them. And these are the people that, these are the people that, you know, get horrible things happen. Not that I'm saying Brexit was a horrible thing. People have their opinions about Brexit. Not that I'm saying Donald Trump is a horrible thing, even though I would agree he's been horrible as a president. Other people had their opinions. And you see, me even saying that is considered controversial when it's really not. It's an opinion on a side that, you don't think this is horrible. You don't think Brexit is horrible. Well, do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? Do you know what that means? You, sir, are a racist. You're a misogynist and you're a transphobe. Blocked. You have been blocked. It's like that KSI character, Theodore the Third. Blocked! You have been virtually blocked. And these people live in their own little bubbles and their safe spaces. My safe space. My safe space. Like in South Park. And you know, people are just angry, and people are just want. The thing is, I think this all started with the Chris D'Elia situation. Now, if you don't know the Chris D'Elia situation, I'm very on the fence about the Chris D'Elia situation. Big surprise. Because I've seen lots of screenshots of, well, let me first explain the situation. So, Chris D'Elia has been accused of sexually harassing underage women, and sleeping with underage women. And there have been a lot of screenshots, of people that are suggesting that Chris D'Elia has been creepy and has been has just not been a very I'm struggling to speak. That Chris D'Elia has basically been a creep, and that he's even gone as far as to sleep with underage women. Now, I don't know if that's true. And the problem with this is there are a lot of people treating believable women, which, as a message, is wrong. You can't just believe all women. That defeats the purpose of investigation. Of, I'm not saying blame the victim or say that victim is wrong, Chris D'Elia. I'm not saying that in the slightest. What I'm saying is it's so dangerous, because there are some crazy people out there on both ends of the gender who want to destroy lives because their life is not good enough. And this counts for women and men. And there are a lot of men out there who get accused of horrible things that they could end up going to prison for, and they end up not being true. There have been people who have been accused of rape and paedophilia who have died, who have killed themselves because they can't handle it. They can't handle everyone thinking they're a paedophile, and I'm very concerned about Chris D'Elia's mental state in this situation. And because I don't know, and if this turns out to be fake, and everyone's dogged on him for something that he hasn't done, I'm very disappointed. But if it's true, he's a piece of shit, and he should be criticised fully. So just saying believe all women isn't right. You need to look at the evidence and come up to your own conclusion. And if you think that he did it, then you think he did it. If you didn't, he didn't. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, if anyone really cared that much, they would bring it to the police, and the police would investigate it. And the reason I say the Joe Rogan thing started with that is the problem is Chris D'Elia is one of these people who have throughout his whole career, he is told things as it is, and he doesn't tread on toes. And he doesn't mind treading on toes. And what I mean by that is it's not that he's a dickhead in his beliefs. He's been very progressive in his beliefs, but if he believes something, and he will make fun of people for it, and people don't like that. So they think, oh, we cancelled this guy we don't like, let's cancel this guy, and it'll be, I hate to say it, but cancel culture started with Black Lives Matter, which is not what Black Lives Matter should be about. Black Lives Matter should be about protecting innocent men and women dying in the streets just because of the colour of their skin. That's what Black Lives Matter is about. It's not about let's cancel people we don't like. If you're cancelling people you don't like because you feel like, oh, this is the right opportunity, you're a scumbag. You're an absolute scumbag. And you're someone that just, I don't know, I just don't like people like that. People who just take opportunities to cancel someone, and that's the big problem. And it's this big word, cancel culture, and the fact that it's a culture sickens me. Now, let's take a look into the criticisms of Joe Rogan and see why he's being cancelled. Number one, he doesn't agree with face masks. And the problem is because it's got a large platform, and scientists are telling people that, oh, Joe Rogan, scientists are telling people that you should wear face masks, and Joe Rogan's saying he thinks they're bullshit. He's not telling people don't wear face masks. He's telling people, I don't believe in face masks. And if you can walk out, I mean, I walk out without a face mask. Unless I'm getting on public transport. I don't wear a face mask. But I don't live in a city. I live in a town which is pretty, you can walk and keep social distancing pretty easily where I live. But in a big city you might want to do that. But he's not saying don't do it. He's saying that, he doesn't believe in it. Which I saw some stupid stuff like Trump saying he doesn't like wearing masks and Joe Rogan's going to kill loads of people. But, if people do that anyway, they don't need Joe Rogan telling them, And I'll tell you what will happen. Joe Rogan will think about this, and he might have a guest on who's a doctor, a scientist, and he will give him the science as why wearing a face mask is valid, and he may argue it. But this is the beauty of Joe Rogan. This is why he's so forward thinking, because if the argument makes sense and is to him you know, if the argument makes sense, he will most likely change his mind on the subject. You know, for example, for a long time, he thought that you shouldn't. He thought that you shouldn't wear gloves in MMA. He thinks that that you know, it's pointless. And then he saw the bare knuckle boxing fight. He didn't go, "Oh, I'm just gonna stick to my guns," and he looked at it and thought, "No, that's fucked up both their faces. Now I understand why there's gloves." And Big John McCarthy came on and said, the problem is that it doesn't protect the fighter's face, it protects their hands from breaking. And Joe listened to that and he took it on board. And not a lot of people will do that, and that's the difference, is he will listen. And let's take a look at point number 2. And this is the most petty of the two. See, the problem is, and I'll tell you why this is happening. Joe Biden is an older man who is basically losing his cognitive thoughts, and you know, he's going a bit senile. And Joe Rogan, this is what Joe Rogan said. And he said, "How could this guy run against Donald Trump? He can barely put together a sentence." And because Donald Trump's in charge and it's Donald Trump against Joe Biden, you must side with Joe Biden or you're a bad person. So they're saying, you're not siding with Joe Biden, that means you're a Trump supporter. That means he's not even saying he's a Trump supporter. He's saying, how could you side with how could you listen to Joe Biden when he's not making any sense when he's talking, when he's you know how is he going to make big decisions of the company? And plus, the guy's fucking creepy. You want to cancel? I mean, the same people that are that are saying about cancel Chris D'Elia, aren't saying shit about Joe Biden. Joe Biden's done some really creepy shit about some really underage people. You know, it's favoritism. It's favoritism, and it baffles me. And because he's the big hope to get Trump out of office, that everyone will dog on him and jump on him and say, you know, like you'll see people all the time call him a misogynist and a racist, but how has he ever done that? He's given a voice to so many people. He's had people of all colours, races, genders on his show. He's had people from the right. He's had people from the left. He's had people like Steven Crowder and Ben Shapiro from the right. And, I'm going to sound silly now, but he's had lots of people from the left. Like, you know, there was that one person who was having a conversation about the LGBTQ community. He's had the famous black gentleman who converted a lot of people from the KKK. He had him on, and that was an incredible interview, I will say. I'm so disappointed that I've forgotten his name, but he basically, if you don't know him, he's a friend with a lot of people who have been associated with the KKK. And this sounds like, how is this left wing? I'll tell you why. He does not make friends with people from the KKK because he hates black people. He loves his race. And he believes that you should treat people equally no matter who they are, and that's how he treats people. And he has converted people from the KKK because they see that, oh, this is a black man, but he's my friend now, and I see that this person isn't an animal, this person isn't any different from me, this is just a man. This is just a man with a different skin colour than me. And he's done tremendous work. He really is a role model for so many people. And Joe Rogan had him on and he talked about his experiences with people like that. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to stop talking about Joe Rogan because I've gone on about it for 20 minutes, but I was shocked. I was really shocked when I saw that. Actually, shocked. No, I wasn't shocked. I actually was. No, I don't know why I'm saying I'm shocked. I wasn't shocked. The thing I was shocked about is that people are still dogging on to Joe Rogan. They're just calling him garbage, and they're calling him, people are just being very disrespectful about a man who's really done nothing wrong. For example, people will dog on the people who have a podcast, for example, like Joe Rogan's. The thing is, Joe Rogan's had over 1,000 episodes, like nearly 1,500 episodes, and that's not including the MMA show, and that's not including the fight companion. So you're gonna say something that is a bit iffy, you're gonna get caught out, and it's so hard to do that, and I wish people took that more into consideration. But like I said, I'm not going to talk about Joe Rogan anymore in this, but it is crazy. But yeah, I'm having other than that, I'm having a good morning. I felt quite weird. I had some drinks last night watching the United game. United, I've just made a video about it, although I don't know how many people will see it because it got copyright claimed by WMG because I don't know why they claimed it, because I always thought that you could use KSI's music in your YouTube videos, and it's part of his dissimulation track. Basically, in the little 10-second clip, I showed just small bits of highlights from the United-Tottenham game last night. I played over it a little bit of Houdini by KSI, Zwain. Is it Swain? Zwain? I can't remember. And Tion Wade. And it got copyright claimed by WMD, and it said the copyright content on this is that song, and at the end I put Rose or Roses by Saint something Burma Beck remix. I'm butchering names. I apologise sincerely for my butchering of these names, but the last one I understand. And to be fair, I'm surprised if they got that, like they got it instantly as soon as it uploaded. I'm surprised they didn't get Scary by Stormzy on the end of my NBA track, but maybe it's because it was an hour long. I don't know. I've not got any copyright strikes on. I've not got no channel strikes on the channel. It's just ineligible for. It's just ineligible for advertisement, which it doesn't matter to me. I've got 25 subscribers and I get like 5 views a video at the moment. Like, I don't get ads at all. I'm not even eligible for ads, so it doesn't matter. But it's interesting because I thought you could use his music, and you know, I don't think WMG is involved with him. I think they've just claimed it for the sake of claiming it. But WMG are a horrible company anyway that does that anyway, and they take away a lot of money for a lot of YouTubers. And if I was YouTube, I'd ban them from copyright claiming on their video because they abuse the system, and if you can't behave, then fuck off. But they won't do that. They won't do that. They won't do that in the slightest. But like I say, I'm not mad or anything. Just I even screen captured it. Sorry, I had pizza last night. I feel weird. It may be the jalapenos, eh? The jalapenos is spicy. And I woke up with no drink, and I was like, drink. Because I said to my mum, can you get some drink while you're at the shops? And I think she said she got it, but I can't find it anywhere, so I had to grab a bottle of water that I found. Not like I found like it was an old one. It was like a pack of them, but I didn't know we had them, so I grabbed it quickly and completely fucking yeah. But I screenshotted the email of me getting copyright struck, and I've just put the caption, feeling like a real YouTuber. I thought, that's crazy, I didn't know that would happen to me. I thought it was too insignificant for that to happen to me. I sort of liked it. It was like a badge of honour. Like, you are one of us now, son. And I'm like, yes. Yes, I am one of you. I'm not one of them. Me and my fucking little views, my dirty fucking wall, and my shitty background, and my just stuttering, and fucking blank stares and not an eye contact, and just rambling points that don't make sense, and everything like that. I'm not like that. I mean, maybe I'm like that. There are a lot of YouTubers who are fucking trash. I was just about to say some YouTubers, but just in case, if I get one view, I don't want that one person to check out some of their channels because they're disgusting. But yeah, it's funny. Funny day. Woke up because I had with the dry throat, because I had 3 drinks last night. But I had 3 drinks watching the football. I've already said this. I've got fucking Alzheimer's. Fucking hell. I don't mean to offend anyone who's been affected by Alzheimer's in their family. That's pretty horrible. It was a joke, so I apologise. But yeah, I was watching the game last night. Man United, Tottenham Hotspur, and yeah, like I said, part of the review. Pretty disappointing result, but just a short synopsis, just in case you can't see it. Pretty disappointing result, but pretty interesting game and pretty promising, especially with Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. We look like we're one world-class defensive midfield from, contending with the best midfield in the league. With Bruno, Pogba and whoever. I said Wilfred and Ndidi. Yeah, we look fucking good. We need a defensive midfielder like Ndidi, and a centre-back who's probably quicker, because Harry Maguire he had a really good game, and then he let in a howler. He showed him on the inside for a second, and Bergwijn just took it, and because Bergwijn's a fucking... He's a pace demon, he just... back of the net. Completely rinsed him. And everyone's talking shit about Maguire, about how shit he is, but... Did you not watch the game? He was quality other than that. But I understand why people are angry with Maguire for the goal. I completely understand that. That's correct. That he was at fault for it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. It's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong. Ugh, that's disgusting. Oh, God. No, I'm not wiping my face because I've got snot or anything. I had an itchy moustache and I didn't feel like doing that because it looked like I'm picking it. But but yeah, interesting game. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoying football coming back. Really enjoyed the 80 quid I won. I put a bet on. I put a few bets on. I put 2 on the Norwich Southampton game, and 2 on the United Tottenham Hotspur game. In the United Tottenham Hotspur one, I put Bruno Fernandes to score outside the box, which he had 3 attempts and only one of them was close. And I had Bruno, Rashford, Son and Kane to have 2 shots on target each, which Rashford had 1, Bruno had 3, Son had 2 and Kane had none. So it wasn't too bad of a prediction, except Kane was just, you know, you'd expect Kane to hit the target a couple times, but he didn't. But for the Southampton game, the one I didn't win was Southampton to win, both teams to score 20 booking points each team, plus 4 corners each team. The plus 4 corners went through. Southampton winning went through. 10 booking points each because they had a yellow each, so that didn't go through, and also Norwich didn't score. But the one I won at a smack bang total of 14-1 with a £5 bet. I won £80 on Danny Ings scoring a goal and having an assist. I was like, he scored and I was like, alright, that's one. And then he was driving forward. I was like, oh, please pass it, and he passed it. And he passed it to Stuart Armstrong, and I was going, please shoot, and he shot. And I went, please go in, and it went in, and I was like, yes. But I kept going, come on, has it gone through? And I kept looking at the game, looking at my phone, refreshing, and about 10 minutes later, it went through. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun. So I've done my bets for the week. Everything's withdrawn, but yeah, it's fun, and I'm enjoying the Premier League games being back. We've got Premier League games tonight. I've got Sky Sports football. I've got BT. I don't know if I've renewed it, but I should do. But that means I'll have BT Sports and Sky Sports for the month, which is good, real good. Really enjoying my football again. It's great to have it back. Really great to have it back. But yeah, crazy game. It'll get, but you know, if you're thinking, oh, the Premier League's so shit, no fans, it's better than nothing. And if you disagree, then don't watch. If you disagree, don't watch. You won't, will you? Because you'll watch. It's just, you know, you people like to moan. I'm a very ranty person today. I'm in a good mood. I don't know why I'm ranting all the time. What else have I been doing? I've been playing Skyrim. My buddy Albie, I couldn't believe it. He hadn't played Skyrim really before. He's played it once, years ago. And he said, oh, I'm going to give this a go. And I said, right, listen to me. This is my favourite game of all time. that this game and Fallout 4, and before people say Fallout 4, I like that game, but I'm joking. But I was like, this is my favourite game of all time, and I kept talking to him about why I love the game for hours, and now he's into it, and then it got me like all hyped up, and then I started playing it again because I was talking about it all the time. I'm a mage character, so I only use magic. I don't use any weapons, and when I do a themed build on a character, I like to stick to it, so I never use weapons if I'm a magic character. If I'm a bow character, I only use bows. If I'm an assassin character, I'll use bows and daggers. You know. Oh God. I don't like it. Oh God, this is gonna be that. This is definitely the jalapenos kicking my ass. But yeah, I like to stick to characters because I like to make it feel a bit more authentic. Really enjoying playing that. Still watching YouTube every now and then. Yeah, I want to get into golf. I think I said this last episode, but I found out that there's a in Tunbridge, in the driving range area where you hit balls. I found out that they've also got foot golf. Now, if you don't know the joy that is foot golf, if you're a football fan and a golf fan, you probably know what it is. But foot golf basically is a game where you play a game of golf, but instead of using a golf ball and a golf club, you use a football and your foot, and you try and kick the ball into the hole. And this is something I have wanted to do for so long. And because it's outdoors, you can social distance easy. So I'm going to campaign for my family to do that. Play a game of foot golf. Like maybe get my dad round to play. Bring along my brothers. It'd be a good day out. But we'd have to find a day when it's sunny. But I want to do that. I want to have a go at the driving range, because driving range is pretty fun. You smack some balls. I want to get better at my swing. You know, basically, this is my strategy, because I want to start eventually playing proper golf, like 9-holers, and then when I'm used to 9-holers, 18-hole courses. I want to do that. Now, I thought to myself, what's the best way to do that? To go from zero to golf. Now, technically, you could just play golf and get started and just work on experience. But I don't want to waste people's time, because the thing about golf is you'll have people waiting on your hole, and you've got me taking 15 shots. People are going to get a bit frustrated. So I want to get better at swing and chips and putts. So this is the plan. Find the nearest chip and putt. Go to the driving range and work on both. So the driving range will be good for when I'm teeing off, swing. It'll be good for when I'm on the fairway, because the reason it'll be good is because it'll teach me how to get proper distance in a shot, in a swing, and I'll get the swing off, and if I get the distance, then that's half the battle. Then it's just working on accuracy. Now the chip and putt is the second part of the practice, and that's for if you're good at driving. Okay, I've learned how to hit a ball now. But how am I going to get it on the green? You know, I've got no practice on accuracy, on stuff like that. That's where the chip and putt is. And if you don't know what chip and putt is, it's like crazy golf. Not crazy golf, it's like mini golf. Except there's no obstacles, there's no windmills, it's just like a miniature golf course. You use a golf club, you try it. You try and chip the ball on the green and then putt it in. And it works on, so say the driving range is getting from the tee towards the green, towards the fairway. The chip and putt is practicing from the fairway to the green and putting. And I really want to get into it, like really badly. I also want to get into darts, but you know, and you say, "Oh, darts is easy. Darts is easy. How could you not?" Well, there's nowhere to put it in my house. There's nowhere in my room to put it. I mean, I saw on Sports Direct, there's the Gary Anderson dartboard, and it's a nice. Is it Unicorn that makes it? It's normal dartboard, wired with a wooden backboard, chalk, and 6 darts. I want to I sort of want to be a jack of all trades, you know, because I not only do I feel like playing those sports, I also want to be, in hindsight, thinking about it, because originally it's just, oh, this sounds really cool, I want to play this. I also kind of want to be that guy where someone goes, oh, you want a game of football? Yeah. I go, oh, you're not too bad. You want a game of golf? Yeah. Oh, you're not too bad. You want a game of basketball? You're not too bad. You want a game of darts? Oh, you're not too bad. I want to be sort of like good at sports, like different types of sports. I don't mind running. Not being good at running. Whoever takes me running, you know, good luck getting me running in the first place. But if you do, I'll give you it. You can run better than me. A 20-year-old computer can run better than me. That's the sad truth of it all. But yeah, darts, football. I want to get into boxing. I want to get into so much stuff, and that's the problem with me. There's always something I want to do, and it always frustrates me because I can't do it. And eventually I will just move to something else. But I want to get into all of these different things. But golf and darts is the big ones for me right now. But those are the classic dad sports, aren't they? So I don't know what that's saying. Yeah. But if I'm starting, I'm only 23, but you know, I'm 7 years off 30. Those are like 30-year-olds type sports. Yeah, I think I'd enjoy it, and I think that's something that I kind of want to strive to do. You know, get better at those types of things. But yeah, enjoy myself. I think that's the main thing you got to do right now, is enjoy yourself and try not to do what I did at the beginning, which is get angry at everything and see news and go just become an utter Neanderthal like I did. Try have a beautiful day. A beautiful day. Try and make yourself feel a little bit more happy if you can. You know, there'll be days where you can't. The same as everybody. But you gotta try. You gotta try. Because if you don't try and be happy, what's the point of living? The point of living is survival and happiness. Hat penis. That was fucking child. That was shit. And you know, it wasn't the joke like I said hat penis. It was, I laughed because I was going, what the fuck is wrong with, what? I apologise to everyone for just randomly going happiness and then going hat penis like I'm 5 and realise, hat penis, that can be worked together as a funny. Jesus Christ. I've also, right, this is completely random, off topic. I've got this PC right here. In fact, if I turn it, it won't turn on. It's plugged in and everything. If I let me turn it, is it turned on? Is it plugged in? Actually, I thought it was. Let's double check. Let's run a science experiment live. Although it's not live when this is up. But yeah, it's plugged in. Oh, so you didn't see it. Just everything would turn on, like lights and that. And let's switch it the other side just in case. So I don't know if you had the switch. Yeah, nothing coming on. No burn marks, nothing. Let me just unplug this PC. Because I don't want to damage it. But yeah. Plug my charger back in for my phone. But it's been really bothering me, and this happened before. I mean, to be fair, this happened a while before lockdown. I should have got it fixed earlier, but I didn't. I need to get this fixed. I need to get it fixed for better editing as well. You know, it's a decent little PC, and if I could get it sorted and I get a camera on the top of my monitor, because I'm using a monitor right now for my Xbox, I can record Xbox gameplay from Elgato, I can record PC gaming from Elgato, I believe, or OBS. You know, I can do so much, and yeah, can't do it right now. It's not working right now. I'm hoping it's a simple issue, like something's loose, or even if it's the power supply, I'll take a power supply change. Just as the one, if it's a part that needs replacing, that's fine. I can handle that. What will piss me off is if it's just dead and there's nothing you can do, the whole thing's fucked. Then I'm like, right, now I have to get a new PC and get that all sorted. But needs to get sorted. It's pretty important, I'd say, for a lot of things. And once it does get sorted, I want to get, I want to get this room sorted so I can have a computer, and then I can have my Xbox separate, have a floating shelf, maybe up here, floating shelf, have an Xbox on that, and have the TV hanging off the wall so I can have my Xbox there. Also have a wire maybe from my Xbox down into my PC for recording. But I'm hoping it gets fixed. I'm just hoping it gets fixed. Nearly 50 minutes in, I think I'm going to end it here. I made a point to extend this, if I'm honest, because I'm I've noticed every RambleCast is shorter than the other. Episode 4 is not going to be... It's not the longest, but it's not going to be too short. I'm going to extend this another 15 seconds anyway. So it takes it up to 50 minutes and it gets a bit more mileage on it. But I hope you're all having a wonderful day. Like I said before, you know, like I said, I've reflected on why I was angry at earlier and why it baffled me, and I'm calm now. I'm over it, and I think that's the way to be. But that's just me. You do you. Anyway, have a beautiful day. Ace Ventura style. Completely fuck that up. I'm just gonna say bye before this gets awkward. Bye.